study of 500 women found half of them were embarrassed about their feet. Always, frequently, or sometimes. And those women, it may be a pretty good indicator of how most women feel. Facebook, get this, is home to dozens of I Hate Feet groups, the largest of which has more than 1,800 members. Podiatric surgeon, tell me if I said that correctly, Dr. Suzanne Levine, here to help us with that, and we're going to change it all for women and maybe even some men this morning.
Absolutely.
Good to have you with us. You're actually going to narrow down for us, too. This isn't just about making sure you have your toes painted for a pedicure. There's some serious problems.
Absolutely. The number one problem that we see is bunions, and those are those painful bony bumps on the side of the big toe.
Kind of sticks out a little bit on your foot.
And it can get swollen, inflamed. You can use Preparation H at home, an ice pack, and to camouflage the bunion, look at some of the shoes here. They're very inexpensive.
Shoes that kind of cover it on the side. But when you say Preparation H and a cold pack, if it's a bone, how does that reduce it?
Well, it reduces the swelling around it, so it doesn't make it as obvious. Of course, you can do a bunionectomy procedure if it's very, very painful. Right. But that's a last resort.
So these are
get rid of the
some ways that you can try it for now. So bunions are a big problem. Corns also for a lot of people.
They are so painful, and you'll see them on the second toe, usually the fifth toe, and they can be so irritating when you're wearing your shoes. And some of the things you can do actually is also use ice. Dr. Scholl's has a product, and there's many products out there with lamb's wool just to protect the corn.
And this is when, for people who aren't familiar, it's basically your toe sticks up a little bit higher and it rubs against your shoe.
Yes, if you think in terms of the hammer of a piano, it rubs against the top of the shoe and it could be so painful.
Okay, so that can just keep it from rubbing. So just something as simple as that
will help.
Spurs. Is that when you get that shooting pain?
You get pain. You actually step off a chair, put your foot down on the ground, and you have pain. And if you gain a lot of weight over a short period of time, you'll end up with a heel spur. That's a bony bump on the bottom of the heel.
Okay.
And what we generally do for that is we'll make orthotics, custom-made orthotics.
Right.
Or you could use a product like this called Actipatch and put it on there.
What does that do?
It actually what it does is it's magnetic energy, and it kind of gets rid of the pain associated with it.
And it's interesting. This is one of the issues that you recommend not wearing flat shoes with.
Right. You can actually wear a heel. This will help the condition.
Because you're not putting as much pressure on.
Right. Not as much pressure, and some exercises that we give you to do.
Okay. One other big problem, especially because it is pedicure season for a lot of people, and I know I always worry about this when I get my toes done, is getting an ingrown toenail, and how your toenails are cut has a lot to do with that.
Absolutely. And you know, everybody goes for pedicures. You've got to be very careful. Make sure that they cut straight across. They don't cut into the side of the nail. And if you're cutting your nails, make sure you do it straight across. You might want to use some products like Vaseline, some moisturizing agents, and if you have an infection, it's best to use an antibacterial agent.
Okay, and the Vaseline just kind of softens the skin,
so it doesn't.
Softens
the skin, right. And you can use any moisturizing, but Vaseline's a great product.
Okay, if you really want to go all out here, we say all out because this is not inexpensive.
Okay.
A little over $300, but you offer something called a foot facial?
Yes, it's a foot facial. It's a term that I actually trademarked. And what it consists of is an exfoliant, a moisturizing agent. We whiten the nails with laser.
Wow.
And we also use glycolic acids. As you can see, Nell right now is applying an acid treatment to the bottom of the foot.
So does that literally peel off just a layer of your dead skin?
Yes, it does. It actually gets off all that hard callus material.
Even on my heel? Because I got hard callus heels. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's true.
Okay, you're going to have to see us.
Okay. But what if, so this is peeling. How does this how long does this last?
It will last usually about a month.
Okay.
And it's very intensive, and you really should go to doctors that do this procedure.
But if you can't afford, that's a lot of money for people right now. So if you're looking to do something like this at home, give me the Erica version, the Bargainista version.
Okay, the Erica version is soak your feet in some lukewarm water.
Yep.
Apply any kind of exfoliant. Dr. Scholl's has some products. You might want to use a pumice, and there are different whitening agents. If you go on IAFS, it's a site that you can actually purchase a lot of these.
And then what about just like a heavy cream, putting a heavy cream and socks on at night? Will that help?
That will help.
With the
you can
dryness?
Moisturize it and put a sock on, and then just any kind of cream, anything that has urea in it. And by the way, if you have really gross feet that you don't like, as one of the models mentioned, she doesn't like her feet, you can actually use mineral makeup to minimize, to cover it up and cover up the corns and it comes in all different.
No reason after this, Dr. Suzanne Levine, no reason to hide your feet anymore. And it's okay to wear the socks to bed if you're wearing the moisturizer with them.